Have you ever pondered the question, what if life could be easier? From the moment we are old enough to understand, we're taught that hard work is the key to triumph. Whether it's acing a test, climbing a career ladder, or sculpting the perfect body, the mantra remains the same. No pain, no gain. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if the solution isn't to quit or toil harder, but to seek out the easiest path to success? This is the intriguing concept behind the Effortless Way, presented in McKeown's enlightening book, Effortless. There's a rhythm to life, a balance between exertion and rest. However, it seems our default setting has shifted to a perpetual grind mode. Our surroundings appear overly complex and draining, but imagine if instead of pushing harder, we found a more effortless path. McKeown's earlier work, Essentialism, introduced us to the idea of focusing on the vital aspects of our lives. It encouraged us to strip away the unnecessary, to achieve more by doing less. A powerful concept indeed, but it left us with a conundrum. What if, even after eliminating the non-essentials, the tasks we retain still feel overwhelming? Effortless offers us a fresh perspective. It invites us to do the right things, but in the right way. It challenges the notion that effort equates to success and proposes an alternative approach. What if we could make the essential tasks in our lives easier? Imagine a world where success isn't synonymous with struggle, where achievement doesn't demand adversity. Picture a reality where we no longer have to push a boulder uphill, exerting massive effort for minimal results. Instead, we could be rolling it downhill, where a tiny nudge can create a momentum yielding massive results. The key is to remove unnecessary complexity so that even the smallest amount of effort propels us forward. So, what if the essential things to do became easier? Let's venture into the effortless path. Imagine a state where your mind is clear, energetic, and focused. This is the effortless state. It's a state of mind where you can function at your best, unencumbered by the mental clutter that so often clouds our judgment and saps our energy. It's not about emptying your mind completely, but about decluttering it, removing the non-essential thoughts and worries that can hinder your progress and dampen your spirits. So, how can we achieve this effortless state? It begins with understanding that our mind, much like a computer, needs regular cleaning and maintenance to function optimally. The unnecessary files, the redundant data, the outdated applications, they all need to be cleared out. Similarly, our minds need to be rid of the non-essential worries, the outdated beliefs, and the redundant thought patterns. This decluttering process is not a one-time event, but a continual practice, a habit that we need to cultivate and maintain. The strategies to achieve this effortless state are many and varied. Some people find meditation helpful. Others prefer physical exercises like yoga or Tai Chi, while others might find solace in nature, art, or music. What's important is to find a strategy that works for you, a practice that you can sustain and enjoy. Once you've decluttered your mind, the next step is to focus on the present. Being present means fully engaging with what you're doing, whether it's work, a conversation, or a simple everyday task. It's about immersing yourself in the moment, not fretting about the past or worrying about the future. In this state of presence, you're able to do the things that matter most to you with ease and enjoyment. The effortless state is not about avoiding effort or shirking responsibilities. It's about making the most of your energy, your time, and your abilities. It's about finding the most efficient and enjoyable way to achieve your goals. This state of mind brings clarity and ease, paving the way for a simpler, more fulfilling life. It allows us to live and work with a sense of lightness and joy, turning the essential tasks of our lives from burdens into blessings. How often do we assume that the path to success must be hard and complicated? It's a question that we all need to ponder upon, because in reality, it's a false assumption that we've been conditioned to believe. It's a belief that says, the more complex and difficult a task, the more valuable its outcome must be. But what if I told you that this kind of thinking is limiting us, that it's actually preventing us from exploring simpler, more effective ways to achieve our goals? This is where the concept of effortless inversion comes into play. It's a strategy introduced by McKeown in his book, Effortless. The idea behind effortless inversion is to challenge our preconceived notions about success and hard work. It encourages us to flip the script and instead ask ourselves, what if this could be easy? When we ask this question, we open up our minds to new possibilities. We begin to see that there may be simpler, less complicated ways to achieve our goals. We start to recognize that not all valuable outcomes have to be hard-won, and in doing so, we allow ourselves to approach challenges with a fresh perspective, one that prioritizes ease and simplicity over complexity and struggle. But why is simplicity so powerful? Well, it's because simplicity eliminates the unnecessary. It cuts through the clutter and confusion, leaving only what's truly essential. It encourages us to focus on the tasks that truly matter and ignore the ones that don't. And when we do this, we find that we're not just working smarter, we're also working easier. So the next time you find yourself faced with a daunting task, take a moment to ask, what if this could be easy? You might be surprised by the new solutions and strategies that suddenly become apparent. Because when we remove the complexity and the clutter, we find that the path to success isn't as steep as we once thought. By removing complexity, we can propel forward with minimal effort. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about finding the easiest path to success. And that, my friends, is the power of effortless inversion. How much more could we achieve if we found joy in our essential tasks? Imagine for a moment that the tasks you dread, the ones you procrastinate on, could be transformed into activities you actually look forward to. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it's not only possible, but also the key to making life feel more effortless. This is where the concept of pairing comes in. Just like a fine wine paired with the right cheese, we can pair our essential tasks with activities we genuinely enjoy. The idea is simple yet profound. By doing this, we can make the mundane feel magical, the tedious feel thrilling. Let's take a look at how we can apply this concept in our daily lives. Say, for example, you have a pile of reports to go through. It's a task you dread, but it's essential. Now, what if you could make this task enjoyable? What if you paired it with your favorite podcast or some soothing music? Suddenly, the task becomes less daunting and more enjoyable. You're not just working through reports, you're also indulging in something you love, or consider exercise. For many of us, the thought of working out can be less than appealing. But what if you could pair it with something you love? Maybe it's a favorite TV show you only watch while on the treadmill, or a scenic route you only get to see when you go for a run. In this way, the essential task of exercising becomes something you look forward to because it's paired with an activity you enjoy. The beauty of this concept is that it can be applied to virtually any task. It's about changing our perspective and finding joy in what we do. It's about making the essential feel effortless. So next time you're facing a task you're dreading, ask yourself, what if this could be fun? Find a way to pair it with something you enjoy. You might be surprised at how much more you can achieve when your tasks become a source of joy rather than a chore. By finding joy in our essential tasks, we can make our lives not just productive, but enjoyable too. So, what does living an effortless life entail? It's a question that brings us to the core of what we've been discussing. It's about decluttering our minds and our lives, freeing ourselves from the notion that only the hard path leads to success. It's about finding that effortless state where our minds are clear, our energy is high, and we can truly focus on what matters. In this effortless state, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. We're not just doing, we're excelling. And it doesn't come from pushing ourselves to the brink of exhaustion, but rather from honing in on what's truly essential and finding the easiest, most enjoyable way to accomplish it. Remember the power of effortless inversion? It's about challenging our assumptions, about asking ourselves, what if this could be easy? It's about not just accepting the status quo, but actively seeking simpler, more effective ways to achieve our goals. It's about recognizing that the path of least resistance isn't a cop-out, it's a strategy. It's a way of working smarter, not harder. And let's not forget the joy in making essential tasks enjoyable. We're not talking about sugarcoating or denying the hard work that often comes with achievement. We're talking about finding ways to make that work more enjoyable, to make it something we want to do rather than something we have to do. It's about pairing essential activities with enjoyable ones, reducing the lag time between action and reward. It's about transforming the mundane into the meaningful. Ultimately, living an effortless life is about redefining success. It's about realizing that success doesn't have to be hard-earned, that it doesn't have to come at the expense of our health, our happiness, or our peace of mind. It's about embracing simplicity, enjoyment, and ease as not just the path to success, but as success in itself. Imagine a world where success doesn't have to be hard-earned, but can be effortless and enjoyable. That's the effortless way.